Well, hello everybody, good morning. We are on location at Randy and Shirley's backyard. We have decided to finally break out the rental equipment. We have the Bluebird bedscaper, is this
That's
what,
right.
a bedscaper? I know terms, I'm smart. Shirley's flower beds have grown immensely since her children have left home, and she has a little less to worry about. And I think they're gorgeous. They're a little past blooming on a lot of the plants right now. But we can still edge her garden for her and get it all neat for the rest of the summer.
That's right.
So what are we going to do?
Well, we're going to start off with the Bluebird bedscaper. This machine actually will cut a straight line down in the soil, and then it'll roll that soil towards the inside of the bed, and it makes a nice clean line around the bed. I haven't used it for about a year, so I might be off a little bit with my technique, but I think you'll get the point. This machine also doubles as an underground fence installing machine. We have the attachments to do that, so if you're putting in underground dog fence, it makes it a whole lot easier.
And you gave us a tip a few minutes off air about how to make sure you're going in the right direction and knowing where you're going to cut.
Yeah, if you're going to do a brand new bed, you know, don't use a string to lay off your bed. You can use that to get a visual to see what it looks like. But when you're ready to actually mark it, use the upside down paint that you can mark it on the ground. Don't use string and then try to keep the string out of this machine. It'll just wrap up all around it. It'll cause you a lot of problems. Causes me a lot of problems when it gets back to the store. Also in today's segment, we're going to start off with this machine. Then we're going to move over to another machine that we've got that's similar but not exactly the same. And we'll talk about that a little more after we demo this machine. We always recommend you wear gloves. We recommend you use eye protection. Even though my glasses are safety rated, for the video purposes, I am going to use the goggles.
And guess what? I wore closed-toed shoes.
Good for you.
We're so proud.
I've had these since high school because I don't wear closed-toed shoes very often.
And when you're using this machine, you want to keep people a safe distance away.
Yeah, we stuck the
It kind
children
of
off.
bounces rocks around and that sort of thing.
I'm going to move back then.
This is truly live. We haven't rehearsed anything. I'm going to start the machine, and hopefully everything will go well.
Yeah, this is where I always mess up. I go to start it and it won't start. Although, I've never tried this machine before.
and you could tell that this machine is not self-propelled.
Yeah.
So I picked a spot at the top of the hill and worked my way around.
Those early morning workouts are really,
And,
they're working out for you.
That is real sweat on my forehead.
Well, I like that is clean, and I liked how when you were, even when you kind of pulled and stopped and started a little bit, it didn't make a, I don't know, a divot where you were pausing. It didn't go any deeper than that.
No.
I think we're gonna have to go back and uncover some of Shirley's flowers, though.
Well, now you can go back through, and you know, at my house, when my wife works on the flower bed, she puts these little piles of weeds out, and she piles them up, and she waits for the weed fairy to come and take them away.
Yeah,
And I'm the weed fairy.
that's I'll give
That's why they never come to
some
my house.
wings.
But this machine does a nice job.
Yeah, I noticed it's something you do slowly, though, right?
Right, and
You
it
don't
was-
want to go too fast.
Yeah, and it was set about 4 inches deep, and that's the max. But I didn't want to have to do it but one time. If this were a brand new bed that had never been done, you'd want to start off about half that and then come back and do it again.
Well, that looks real neat.
Now, the next machine we're going to do
Moving on.
is the self-propelled bed shaper. And let me be the first to tell you that I'm not as well versed on this machine as I am the old Bluebird. So anything could happen. Some of the other employees at the store have used it more than I have, and they've given me some tips this morning. So we're going to see what happens.
This one's got a more exposed blade on the side here. I don't know if you want to come and see that one, Josh.
Randy, we got some folks actually asking if these are part of our rental equipment, and they are, obviously.
Sure.
But just off top, what are the pricings on these, or roundabout, for the folks that are asking currently?
I'm thinking that machine over there is in the $50 couple dollar range for 4 hours. But please don't hold me to that, because I'm a firm believer in what Henry Ford said, that you shouldn't use your brain to store things in. You should use your brain to create things with. So we've got a price list back at the store that'll be accurate.
Yeah.
And I'm not always accurate with trying to remember those things.
I'll update the feed at the bottom of this video when we're done here, and I can get the price list. Okay, everybody? We'll get that done. Usually we can rent them for 4 hours or 24 hours or multiple days if you need it.
This machine, more or less, it's called a bed shaper. It's used primarily to redefine a bed that's already done. It's a little more difficult to do a brand new bed because being self-propelled and the fact that we're in Rockingham County, Virginia, with the emphasis on rock, if it hits a nice big rock, it will kind of direct you in a different direction. So you got a handful when you got this machine, but for its purpose, it does a good job. Hopefully, it'll work well for me here. This bed hasn't been edged in quite a while, so I'm going to do the best I can and hope it works.
Alrighty.
Shirley chimed in. She said she's glad to know that you're the weed fairy, Randy.
Well, you know, I need the tooth fairy to come to my house. My kids have lost a ton of teeth, and she hasn't shown up yet. Oh. Well, this one's quieter. Well, it hasn't started up yet, has it? I'm moving. I'm on the wrong side of that thing.
machine requires a little less effort as far as manhandling it. It is self-propelled, pneumatic tires, got good traction. The key to using this machine that I found out is, keep some pressure down back here. If the machine picks up like this, that blade will pick up the soil at a different angle and kind of want to pull you off to the left. But all in all, I was right pleased. That's every bit of 4 inches,
4 inches.
Deep, and this bed's got a good bit of mulch in it, so it did make a nice, neat line. I controlled my desire to go fast and went fairly slow, and kept it under control.
And Shirley did want these daisies gone anyways, so they're fine to be on the edge there. She gave most of them to me. Here, Dad, you can have flowers.
Thank you, Rachel.
You're welcome for all your hard work and all that sweat. Made it worth it.
Yeah, so I think that video turned out pretty well.
Yeah.
It gives folks an idea how this machine's supposed to work. And I'll be the first to admit, I went slow with it this time. I did a better job with it, and I can explain it better to folks when they come in the store now.
Yeah, and we have, most of the staff has tried out a lot of the rental equipment.
Right.
So when you come in, there's usually at least one person that knows about the rental equipment that you're asking for. That sun is really bright today. So if you come in, you want to try out a piece of rental equipment and don't know a thing about it, ask, and one of our lovely trained associates will help you learn what you're doing and tell you the best place to use it.
Well, and I want to give credit where credit's due. Our employee Doug at the store, Doug Foley, he used it last and told me the tip about holding some pressure down on the handle, because you can see that the weight's all in the front.
Yeah.
So that was a really good tip, and they don't tell you that in the owner's manual. And Josh, if you'll pan around to this stump over here, I don't know that we'll get to it on the next one, but I'd like for Josh to show people how the stump grinder works on this.
You want Josh to
this
show
stump
people?
right here.
Okay.
So
I
I think
feel like
that'll
I know
make a
why
great
I'm going to be
video.
demoing that one.
Yeah, I think I know why we're demoing things here too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It was all Shirley's idea.
It was Shirley's idea. Last family dinner, she said, "You guys got to come out here and do my beds." So, okay.
I think that'll be a time-lapse video when we do the stomp.
Yeah, that might take a while, a few days. Yeah. So if you have any questions about rental, feel free to ask in the comments. We'll get those answered. Come on into the store if you want to talk to a person about that, or call. We've got rental in both Timberville and Bridgewater, and we can move things back and forth. We have a truck that goes twice a week or more, 3 times a week. Josh is telling me. I don't know anymore. People do things without me anymore. So if you have a need and we can fill it, we'll be sure to help you out.
Yeah, and I got something in the back of my mind I want to surprise Rachel with. On, I'm really excited about the solar eclipse that's coming up this month. So I've got this plan for a really nice helmet to protect yourself during the solar eclipse. So hopefully I'll be able to unveil that before the eclipse.
Yeah. So if you have plans to do the solar eclipse, get the real glasses. He's got some plans, but I trust
I didn't
NASA
claim that
scientists.
they would be safe.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.